Hello boys, it's me, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of the new Pokémon Snap for the Nintendo Switch. You're probably wondering why I'm on this screen. In the last episode, we tried to get all of the Florio Lental requests done, which we did, but we missed a 4-star photo while we were doing the last episode. So that's what we're coming back to do. So in this next area, I'm about to pass a series of Hoot Hoot, and my goal is to play the melody when I'm around that area, and that's how we get our missing star photo that we weren't able to get before. Currently, my burst mode is set normally. I'm going to turn it off for now because I need it for the next little bit. So, anyways, continuing through, we want to zoom in until we get to around this point. Then play the melody. Hoot Hoot will cause his brothers, or friends, or whatever, to appear out of the corner. Simply take a photo of them flying, and you'll get a 3-star photo. It's actually pretty simple. As long as they're flying in the air, you will get a 3-star photo, and it's not even that bad. It's pretty lucky, actually. Pretty easy. I did try and get Tangrove's 4-star pose a little bit better. I got a little bit more of the in, so hopefully that'll improve my stars. And here's the 4-star Hoot Hoot. This is probably one of the toughest, one of the trickier ones to get, but once you know where to play the melody, it's actually surprisingly easy. I'm actually kind of surprised I missed this. Now let's see what the professor thinks of it. This looks like behavior worth studying. This is no easy shot to get. And having our Pokemon in is also nice. Okay. Unfortunately, he won't give us anything yet because he only really gives us stuff when we collect every Pokemon in the region. But, yeah. It is what it is. I'm gonna go straight into Jungle Knight because for this next one, this next course is very specific and requires some very specific movements to do this. If you do not have a way of doing this immediately, then it could be a little bit difficult. In case you're wondering, we're gonna actually take a picture of a legendary Pokemon here in Jungle Knight. But we have to do some very specific steps to do it. I have my thing ready in case I miss it, but essentially this orb's gonna appear and I have to throw Fruffruit at it 3 times and then play a melody near this spot, which you kind of see a spot where the paths intersect. That's where the ruins path is. That's where we have to play another melody, and if we do it at the right time, Mew will appear and attract our attention. Well, I probably should have said that because there's a couple of other stuff. I'll say more as I actually get through the entire thing. So, this one actually does take quite a bit of focus, so this is kind of difficult because, as you can see, the orb only barely appears for a little bit. You have to hit it once right off the bat, and every time you miss, you want to retry. Using down lets you look straight behind you at the start. And there's the picture of Mew appearing for a second. If you've hit Mew with one orb at this point, I'll then reappear again a little bit later in the course. We're gonna use this time to get a photo of the sleeping Yanmega while we're in here, just to make it a bit easier. The second one is on part I'm actually probably the most confused about because I've not actually figured out a way where exactly the second one appears. The third one I know for sure requires you to take the alternative route. Now you can see we did get a backup photo in case we miss, so we will take that photo if we miss. But anyways, once you've hit it the second time, you can take the branching path here to get to the third possible section here. And then just wait on the right. And you'll see the orb again. It's very fast orb going around, so you'll have to be very quick about it to hit it. If you successfully hit it 3 times, which you could, if you hear the little stop, it gets, it'll make it really easy. From there, there's not a lot of stuff to do, except we're just gonna spam the crap out of the melody here. And after we get the melody to appear, Mew will then appear a second time. Once Mew is actually in the frame, you want to focus to this spot right here. And in a few minutes, you will suddenly appear in front of us at the last possible minute. It's kind of tricky. This one is a little bit more precise, and this one, it's kind of hard to expect where Mew will actually appear the first time. Oh, and there you can see it. I actually did the wrong... I actually got it in the wrong direction, but... Anyways, the Mew will look at you intently, and that's your key to get a 2 or 3 star photo. Because we are trying to still get all of its 4-star photos, we're gonna actually take this first one, and then quit our research so that we can finish off stuff later. Also, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take a photo of this crystal bloom while I have it here. Oh. I have to take a photo of it lit up, I believe. Because we can add the different crystal blooms to our decks as well, so I'd like to do that. So in case you're wondering, yes, I went off screen and found a bunch of different stuff as I was going along, and yeah. Also, I thought I was facing a different direction, but it was actually towards the waterfall, but that could have taken a lot longer, but it thankfully didn't take very long, and as a result, we at least got Mew to appear in the first try. Anytime Mew is appearing and not looking at you is automatically a 1-star photo. We'll use that as backup if we don't get the 4-star raise. But beyond that, we got a good 3-star photo of Yanmega. I kind of just threw that in for good measure, since you can still do multiple stuff at the same time. It's kind of tricky, especially when you're trying to focus on this, so that's why I'm gonna try and get Mew's pictures first, just to get them out of the way. And anyways, there we go, we completed another request. But yeah, you can see how interesting the thing is. And we also discovered a new tech because of that. Because apparently I know for the longest time, if you press plus when looking back, you can straight up go to a different spot. And you see that new request pop up. I believe the hardest version of the new request, or at least it finishing, it only pops up after you get Mew for the first time. Here's a little secret though. You can't actually complete that particular request yet. We have to get the 4-star photo here before we can do that. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. This first hit is arguably the most difficult to get out of all of them because it is very fast. So, yeah. Also, if you play the melody near the beginning of the course, you can cause certain bound suite to find near here as well, which is something I am trying to get, but oh well. The first hit is arguably the most difficult to get because if you don't it the first time, it gets kind of tricky to hit it again. The orb does disappear after a little while, and you have to hit it with a fruit. Alright. The most important part of this secret is actually having to do a couple of secrets to do a couple of other stuff, which makes it really interesting. Also, occasionally, if you go to this specific spot in a specific way, a slacking will sometimes appear. We'll go ahead and take a photo of it since I believe that's a new behavior that we've never seen before. Okay. The third hit, if you're going for multiple good score, is best for taking a 2-star photo if you want to go ahead and take that. Whoa. Okay, now we play the flute again here. Alright. So, I actually was moving this in the exact wrong direction. Thankfully, I remembered it very quickly, but you're supposed to look at this Liepard in the waterfall. This is the direction you actually want to face. And you'll momentarily get interrupted in a minute by Mew appearing. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's actually arguably one of the coolest poses here. There's also a 3-star pose you can get at the end if you just choose not to take the photo of that and wait for it to teleport away after that. You could do some things after that. Okay, if we do manage to get this, then the next thing I'm going to be going for is also going to be probably one of the most obnoxious secret hidden routes in the entire game. It's actually surprisingly brutal. I believe you can only discover this at Jungle Night, but you can take it during both paths if you choose to. If we did not get this right, we'll just show the 1-star photo to the professor. Ideally, we get this as soon as possible, so that way we don't have to deal with Mew's RNG as we go through a little bit. And sure enough, yeah. Easy enough 2-star to get, and we'll just go right to the 4-star. Take this phase, and that'll be it. There's nothing else we need to do. Okay, I'm surprised that letting photo actually worked. I thought it would be a lot more difficult to get. And it was a really good score as well. Nice. That's probably one of the best scores in a 4-star photo. That nearly beat my top photo by like a few heads. I actually feel like that should be my top photo because Mew looks a lot better to get on screen than Eve. Oh, and I mean, what was it? Meganium. Jeez, I can't talk. But yeah. And in case you didn't know, that's also a reference to the original game, because I think I've already talked to you before, be it in the original game, to reach the credits after you finally walk to the final area, you actually have to take a picture of Mew, but in order to take it, you have to hit him with the fruit or pester orbs to eventually remove his shield, from which you can then play something else to eventually finish the part after that. It's kind of interesting. This next part is kind of tricky because it can be kind of difficult to get to this alternative route sometimes. I still haven't really quite figured out how exactly you're supposed to get to this alternative route, but to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and sneak in this thing right here. Oh wait, what am I doing? Nearly missed an alternative route, that would have been bad. Okay. Okay, I was too late on that. So if you look around just in the right spot, you might find a Liepard being on a tree hole. That is what we want, actually. It's kind of tricky. This one, definitely one of the trickier ones to figure out. This is arguably one of the sneakier things to figure out. In fact, it's kind of confusing how exactly you're supposed to get to it. I believe I accidentally played one of the melodies one time, and that's how, like, see right here when Mew just appeared there? That's how I initially thought something was wrong. Okay, let's, get this one, so we can at least get something. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, that's, how you get one of the other secrets in this game. You, take a picture of them, and then momentarily things happen. Oh, it's so funny. Yes, that is one of the requests, in case you didn't know. So no matter what, we're going to take this, attempt. In case you're wondering what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get Leafeon to go into the secret route. Then I have to take the alternative route myself. And I believe I want to, start playing the melody as early as possible. That'll cause Ariados to appear at some point. It's very tight timing. You see how the melody triggered them to appear? Pretty much the moment you finish, you're supposed to trigger that, and that'll... The timing on this is kind of precise. In case you're wondering, yes, this is one of the sneakiest hidden routes in the game, but I'm actually not going to take it this time because I have a different backup that I can do. So while I'm taking this regular route, I have something else that I want to do. Let's see. There's a orb I have to hit. I've forgotten where it is. It's a... Oh. As you can see, this route is pretty hard to get and pretty much closes off almost immediately. You have to play the melody pretty much as soon as you see the Pokemon. Well, since I have one of the foes I need, I could just quit and send it to the professor to get that out of the way. And yes, I wanted to do that 4-star Mew first because once you get a 4-star photo of Mew, that triggers a hidden feature that allows it to appear in Jungle Day. And it actually does, and yes, you are able to awake the Gyarados as you see, but it's very difficult. It takes about 4 of the fluff fruit, I think I had to use, to finally wake it up. It's kind of crazy. Oh dear, I got caught in Ariel's web. Perfect timing. You did it wonderfully. And another request has been completed because of that. Cool. But there's still lots of other stuff. Okay, our next focus will be simply trying to take as many of the alternative routes as we can. So if we miss one, we're gonna straight up reset this time. And also try and get as many different quests completed as possible. So, yeah. I won't actually check the Pokemon, by the way, whether or not the Pokemon are complete. I believe if I have all the Pokemon completely filled out in their 4-star phrases by the end, it'll be a little bit different. I forget where the actual Moundsweet are, but I think they're sleeping somewhere in a branch. You can just barely see them. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Hang on. Okay. So the first of the alternate routes I mentioned is also one of the tightest routes that I've ever played, and also another little secret. So all the sleeping leopard that you can find around the area, those are actually your secret to how you're supposed to get this thing to work, which I find really interesting. Okay. They definitely come down pretty light, as you can see. It's kind of tricky. That's fine, because I don't really care about the first part. If I knew exactly where the Liepard is, it would be a lot easier, but it's kind of tricky to find. I'm just gonna keep on retrying until I get it, and I probably should actually take the alternative route, because I feel like that is messing with my ability to get it. In case you're wondering how to get the secret, there's multiple leopards you can chase off by doing a series of movements. And you can get them to move one by one. You just have to get them all to run off, and when they've all ran off, you can reach a specific clearing to have them all appear, and that's when you can get another quest complete where you're supposed to make one of them stand on their hind legs It's a little bit tricky now that I think of it. And here you can see the Liepard are attempting to have her at the moment. Oh. This is definitely one of the sneakiest hidden routes in the game. I'm still not too sure how exactly you're supposed to unlock it, because... Oh, wait. It might be here instead, actually. Because I never thought of this the last time. Okay, there we go. At least we got the first hidden secret. The waterfall route here is a little bit awkward to get. But, this is required for the morel to actually eat their fruit. Because you'll see, instead of them moving around, they're walking in the ground here. We're able to get a nice different photo of Swampert as well, which is a Pokemon that we've been having a lot more difficulty getting, but yeah. That's the easier of the secret routes to take, but this one is a little bit difficult. And yes, when you take an alternative route for the first time, your, the game prevents you from using quit research, so you actually have to return to the end in order to set it up before you can actually use that feature again, which is a little bit interesting. Not sure why they do that, but oh well. At the very least, at least I wanted to get this to improve my 1-star photo, which I believe is what I got in the end. Okay. There's our request completed. I'm still gonna try and figure out how to take that alternative route, though it's probably a lot more difficult than I thought, so I'm gonna have to be right back for a minute while I try and figure that out. I have to retry on the same general route, I'm pretty sure, but I forget. It might be available in level 1 only, I honestly don't know. But I'll be right back when I figure out something. So, little secret about how we're supposed to do this, funnily enough, and not even required for the other stuff. Apparently, to get this thing to work, you have to get all of the different Liepard to go to the right spot, but that's not even the important part. Probably the trickiest part is you have to hit one of the Liepard on the side with the Luminorb, but the actual location of it is very difficult to find. It is very difficult. And the reason why I'm doing this now, because you need to wake all of these Liepard up anyways, because as you wake up the different Liepard, that's how you get access to one of the secret requests. And you need to wake them up and then take the normal route, otherwise they won't actually stand on their hind legs. That's the only time you can get them like that. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So this one is probably so much a secret that you might end up just finding it by accident. And also, for some reason, if you play the R button, or melody here, a mysterious thing happens. But anyway, this is the one we want to hit. This is actually the sleeping Liepard you're supposed to hit. I'm not sure what else you're supposed to do, so... This is kind of a sneaky thing, by the way. The way we're checking how this works is we're gonna just keep on looking to the right, and suddenly a Liepard will dash at you. We're gonna take some good pictures of it while we wait, and this'll alert its buddy. Hit him with an Illumino Orb, and you'll get an interesting effect here in a minute. Boom! So, yeah, that is a route you're not supposed to figure out for a while, and it's really strange. This is the only way to get a 4-star photo of Ledian, by the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and quickly get a photo of him doing that while we're here. This is arguably the most hidden secret route in the entire game, and as you can see, took me a while to find. This is one you're probably gonna end up finding on accident. What I think is kind of interesting is once you actually get knocked down the cliff, the route is really weird. Like, you go all the way for the whirlpool here in this case, or I guess the waterfall area. You go through the waterfall for a minute before returning to the main path, so it's kind of a weird path now that I think of it. And we have to get each path done at least once naturally. Once you've done each path once, the game will automatically leave a scam point for you to reveal, so you won't have to do this a second time. But this is definitely a very brutal path, and can definitely take you a while to do. And now with that finally done, we're going to go back to Found a Jungle Day. I know I've been doing some stuff with Mew, but now that I have Mew's 4-star photo, I should be able to do the rest of the trick. And once again, because I've taken an alternate path for the first time, I can no longer quit research to get to the end. So I have to go all the way to the end manually. Now, little secret. If you want to save time, you can get, use a specific secret shortcut to get both the first secret route and the third secret route in the same run. This run, however, can only be done in a specific run. It cannot be done anywhere else. And the reason why this route is so important is specifically for Ledian. You have to get a photo of him either eating the fruit or his happy vibe pose immediately after. What I find kind of interesting is how you can also play a melody to make Leafeon go in a circle there for a second. It's very strange. I don't know why they put that in there, but anyway. A nice side effect of this is you can get a really good big photo of Liepard actually doing some attacks. But anyway, we're not going to get the 4-star until much later, because to get the 4-star, we have to get it to stand on its hind legs, of course. While it is potentially possible to take this entire thing done, it must have been really hungry for a fluff fruit. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We can take this extra route a couple more times to get his other poses, including his 1 and 3-star pose. But beyond that, there's not much else we can get. Okay. The reason why I'm taking photos of the crystal blooms, by the way, is just to add them to... so the game knows the exact locations for them. By the way, when I was taking that route for the first time, I was expecting one of the characters to jump up and say, whoa, what happened to you? Something like that, but apparently that didn't happen. It's a little bit boring to say the least, but, yeah. It's a very hidden, sneaky route. This is that probably ended up being the most hidden alternative route in the entire game. And that's not even the most annoying one. There's even more annoying ones later. So anyways, back to Beluzia's, so we can see this. Okay. I've never seen Bound Sweetly act like that. Uh-oh. We could figure out who won the contest later. So Phil's kind of mad at me for getting a good photo. What a surprising way to rest. Is that position really relaxing? I wonder the same thing, actually. Does Marla ever eat anything other than Snap? That's... Thanks. It's good to know what Marla will eat. It's very sneaky, the way some of them doing that. Alright, it's definitely on land. Thanks for checking. In case you're wondering, yes, it can only eat in that specific spot, and the only way to get a good photo of it is to take the alternative route. And here's the unlock that we get, which we get by taking a picture of Mew for the first time. Be amazing if you get a photo of Mew eating a fluff fruit. That's what he wants, which I think is really interesting. Okay, well, the reason why we've come back here is because I want to take the research setup to go to Founded Jungle at day this time, and then we'll do Elsewhere Forest as well, because there's still lots of secrets to learn. In fact, Elsewhere Forest has, like, probably one of the most craziest secret routes in the entire game, but staying with my word, I should probably try and complete all of the other quests first before it happens. So anyways, the reason why we're going back to Founded Jungle Day right now at this specific point than going back to Founded Jungle Night, because once you have a 4-star Mew photo in your Photodex in particular, that's what triggers it to spawn here, and you can kind of see it right immediately. So now instead of it appearing and attacking you in multiple spots, Mew will randomly teleport away in a couple of other spots now, and can now periodically interact with the Pokemon here, which I think is really fun. I've never gotten a picture like that before, so I figured may as well. Did I get this right? I don't know. Get you out of the way. Okay, I have not shaded the bouncy to here. Yeah, okay. Whoa. This is kind of a sneaky way. This is a very sneaky, hidden path here. Okay. I'm not sure if I did this right or not the first time. Okay. This is kind of a weird timing. I don't know why I even did that. I'm trying to get the Venusaur foe, but I quickly recognized that I probably should not be doing that in a particular spot immediately. Jeez. Apom nearly got in my way there. I'm gonna go for the Apom photo first before I do anything else, actually. Okay. Not sure if I got the timing for that right. There's a timing where you can potentially get a specific thing to appear to do some certain stuff. Yeah. Okay, well. Okay, so this is actually the spot where we want to look. One of these Apom will eventually stop on one of the spots, and that's where we get to see it cut the grass. Here's an interesting little photo. If you throw an Illumina Orb at Venusaur, that'll get Beautify to go over there and drink the nectar from the Venusaur. I found out that one is the easiest one to get by far. And yes, the route down only works at a specific time. And yes, I'm doing all of these one at a time, so it's not as bad to do initially. I can just quit research right now. I don't think there's any reason to do anything else.
Good to see you.
Took up multiple backup photos for the area. Hopefully one of them counted. I'll take this one as the 1-star photo from you for now. Okay. It's not the initial one I wanted. Okay. Nice. So we got Beautifly's 4-star photo by causing it to drink the nectar there from Venusaur. The reason why I'm trying to go for that specific one is because I can't actually get that and another one in one try. We have to do one of the two of them. I actually missed the Apom one, so what I'll do with this... Nice. 3-star diamond photo of Beautifly.
Hey.
There we go. It's that done.
Yep.
Great photo. I'll upload it as my favorite.
Good luck.
Okay. In case you're wondering what you're supposed to do to get Mew to appear in the different areas, Mew will periodically teleport in multiple locations, and your goal is to hit it with a Luminorb 3 times in a row to get it to appear a little bit later, where it can potentially actually eat a rough fruit on the ground. In case you're wondering. In case you're wondering what I'm trying to trigger, there's a hidden bound suite hiding in the nearby area. I believe you're supposed to use the sand feature at some point to get it to come down. Okay. Jeez, that thing bounces like crazy. What the heck? There he is. So this is probably the biggest secret. So you can get Mew to eat a fruit fruit as well. It's kind of sneaky though when the Liepard just keeps on getting it as well. Yeah, I think that Liepard kind of got in my way. We'll see though. I'm actually gonna retry this course. I don't actually like that. I want a better photo of that before I continue. So now we know where Mew appears in the different spots, which is good. Well, that was quick. That was a quick ferdit there. This is a little bit more annoying than I expected. I thought I was going to create more requests in this, but I guess I was able to figure out how to complete the Mew quest fairly fast, which is one of the more difficult ones to get. Okay. Alright. Get this Liepard to run away. We're gonna have to get 2 fruit here. Whoa. We got stuck for a second. Okay, there we go. Nice and close photo this time of Mew. Photo of Mew that time. That helps out a lot. Also, I just realized I might only be able to get the level 2 photo at some point. I don't think I could do anything else. If I assume if I'm at level 3 on this, I might not be able to immediately get that request. I've just figured that I didn't think of that as a possibility. Anyways, that was a nice and good one. Mew is actually really fast at eating the fell fruit. And yes, you have to do another puzzle again to get it to do that. And this is why I waited, because I thought this would be a 3-star, and sure enough it is. So we get a good 3-star diamond while we do this as well, which is really cool. And we'll see if this request is enough for the brush shovel, which is hidden in there. Somewhere. Nice! That is a really high scoring photo as well. Okay, nice. Well, with that, I think we're gonna end the episode. We're also gonna get to, yep, max level here. What thorough work you've done. Thank you. This goes way beyond my expectations. Alright, I'm going to end the episode here as soon as I claim all the ones that are completed in Belugia. It does feed on Venusaur's pollen. Thank you. Sorry about that. Todd calls me incredible. Thank you, Todd. It's much appreciated. Alright. Welcome. Okay, well, what am I saying? This is gonna be the end of this episode, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.